Hello students. In this tutorial we will talk about training and development today, and as a part of the meaning of training and development, what does it mean? Let's have a look. Training constitutes a basic concept in human resource development and is concerned with developing a particular skill to a desired standard by instruction and practice. In earlier tutorial, if you have gone through, or if you have listened to that tutorial, we have talked about the staffing, in which the recruitment and selection was the major concern. So just as a point of discussion, the candidates who are selected by the company, they have to be trained at a particular point. So training basically gives you or provided by the company to develop their employees, because development is a more broader term, and development is a long term kind of process. Every time the organization needs to develop their employees on different grounds, and the training is the best method to develop the employees. Now, why it is required? Many of the things can be answered by the points on your screen. The first is the better utilization of resources. Any company or any organization has limited kind of resources, be it the infrastructure or the machine or even the employees. So those resources can be better managed when training is provided. Otherwise, if you don't give them the training, there can be a sheer waste of time, money, and energy. Less wastage is there, especially in terms of production units, because if the workers are well trained, they will waste less and raw material wastage will be stopped, and accordingly you will be able to set your MRP or prices lower than previous. Third is the increased profitability. Normal सी बात है कि when the wear and tear has been reduced, and there will be no wastage or less wastage, the company can concentrate on increasing their productivity, and accordingly the increased profitability will result in the long term. Increases competitiveness. It can prove you, if your employees are trained, then you can be better than your competitor in terms of the better trained employees on different aspects. So that will basically increases your competitiveness in the market, and you can have a better stand as compared to your competitors. Reduced employee turnover. Reduced employee turnover simply means here that the better trained employees will work work hard for the attainment of the objective, and they don't want to leave the job. Otherwise, what happens कि if the employees are not properly trained, they may not be able to concentrate on the work. Even the zeal and the morale of the employees will be down, and they will suddenly leave the job. So the turnover can also be decreased or reduced if proper training is provided to the employees at proper time. The last is the develops positive attitude. Obviously, if you are trained enough, and if you know all the latest kind of technology and all the latest methods of working, the employees can be motivated, and they develop a kind of positive attitude towards the company and towards themselves. Let's have a look on the different kind of training methods. uh, Two kinds of training method generally occurs. The one is the on the job training methods, other one is the off the job training methods. So first of all, we discuss on the job training methods. The first is the orientation training. Orientation training, as the name suggests, it's a kind of training which is on the job. Once you join the company, then certain orientation program will be conducted by the company, just to make you familiar with the company, with the product, and different kinds of organizational setups, its processes. So for the newly recruit kind of employees, the orientation program will be designed by the company for 3 to 4 days or for a week, just to make them familiar with different things. So that's basically the on the job training. The second will be the apprenticeship training. When the job is of such a nature that some complexities are there, or need to understand the entire module or process before handling the entire situation on your own. So in that case, some superior will be appointed over you, and you will be given a chance of doing the apprenticeship before him. Generally, apprenticeship is for the longer kind of period, and for 1 or 2, it may extend up to 1 or 2 years, just like in case of CA, chartered accountants, or at different places. So the people join in case of doctors also. If any new doctor is there, new MBBS doctor is there, so he may not be given a chance to do the surgery on his own. Rather, whenever the old doctor or experienced doctor is performing any kind of surgery or medical operation, so that apprenticeship doctor can be sent along with him, just to know or understand the different complexities involved with that surgery. Third is the internship and assistantship. As the name suggests you, it's a kind of internship just to expose yourself towards that work. And internship generally is for the shorter kind of duration. For a 2 or 3 months you do the internship. So different companies invite the internship and they give the stipend to the people just to perform the certain activities. Again, this next is the job instruction training. Job instruction training, as the name suggests, that any senior person can instruct you how to perform the job, and that job is basically of the nature which goes step by step. So first you learn the first step or the basic things related with the job, and accordingly you will jump up into different steps, and the instructions will be given accordingly to you by the superior. Job rotation is also one of the vastly used technique on the job, where every time the nature, or you can say the kind of job will differ, and it will be rotated. It's quite often in banks, if you have seen, like sometime the people sit at the cashier window, and for a 15 days or for a month he do the job from there, and after a month he will be given some other post like customer handling, or draft making, or cash depositing, or government, whatever the government kind of things are there, like provident fund is a one window. Then if any form filling is there, and any online fee deposition is there, so that window can also be given to that person. So it's a kind of job rotation, where the purpose of job rotation is like you must have an exposure to all the portals of the bank. And second is that your interest with each and every job corners will also be retained by the bank. Next, last is the coaching. It's a normal way of teaching on the job. Once you join the job, so a normal coaching or a lecture kind of section will be given by some experienced person or some trainer. So the whole sole purpose is to coach you about the particular things before moving on the job alone. On the other aspect, we have the off the job kind of methods. As the name suggests you, that one you are not hired here yet, but again the off the job training is required, and after the training the company will decide that whosoever have best understood the things will can be appointed. The first one in this is the vestibule training. Vestibule training, uh, normally what the company do is, sometimes the job is of complicated in nature, and it's not possible for the company to give the entire seat or entire MIS in hand to the fresher, because some risk may also be there. So vestibule training is required, and it may be given in group. So the entire demonstration of that job, like how you do it, can be performed in front of you, just like in case of stock markets. So the live window of that stock market will not be given to the trainees. Rather, a batch of 5 or 6 students will be given a chance to see the live window working, and the person giving the vestibule kind of training will operate in front of those candidates, and how these stocks are being purchased and share are purchased in different windows will make them understand the things. Second is the lectures. Lectures are quite often in case of the job training. So lectures on some special kind of, for giving the special kind of knowledge or having some special content, can also be delivered by the people. Third is the special study. When a kind of special study is, you can say, some case study is there, and something which already had happened somewhere or in the organization as a part of discussion, can also be understood with the help of some special study. And the entire candidates who have came there for the training purpose will be shared with that special kind of study. Then comes the conferences and the discussion part. Conferences are also organized by the organization time to time, just to impart the new knowledge to their employees, or the existing or the upcoming kind of employees. And these conferences basically deal with sharing of information, the latest kind of information between the people. Then comes the role play and the case study. Role plays can also be organized at a student level. Again, it's important that someone will do the play off like a manager, or and someone will take the responsibility of playing like a union leader, and on some situation the you have to play accordingly, like what kind of decision you will take if you are a manager, or what kind of decision if you take if you are a trade union leader. So that is basically the role play kind of part. Then comes the simulation. Simulation is exact replica of the practical kind of job. Like many a times, just like if you are trained for the post of a pilot, and before giving the Airbus 380 seater in your hand, the company wants that whether you are trained enough to handle that particular seat. So a simulation kind of thing will be first tested, where the exact cockpit is made by the company, in which all the things are just same like which are there in the Airbus, and individual training is given on that particular practically or laboratory kind of situation which is created by the company. It's quite often when you are learning a car and you are applying for a DL, so the monitor in front of you gives a view of the road, and all the gears and the seat belts and all the things are there, which gives you the exact feel of the real kind of car. But basically it's the simulation kind of thing. It's quite costly to provide the simulation training to the candidate, but again it's required, because if the task is of risky in nature, and where there is a fear of your life, so the company will have to go for the simulation also. Then comes the programmed instructions. These are basically uh, conducted by the computers, as you can say the name programmed instructions. So these instructions come one by one, and once you handle on the computer and you perform a certain pattern of instructions, commands are there, and you solve them one by one, or you handle them one by one. Generally it's operated through the computers. Then the laboratory training is there. uh, Laboratory, as the name suggests you, some kind of environment which is in our control is created, and laboratory tests are there. Like in case of medical field and pharma field, laboratory training is given to the people, and those students who have who have done who are from the science background, they better know that in case of physics or chemistry subjects, they have done the laboratory experiments, and they are a part of the laboratory training. Then films and television will also work as a part of training method. Several films are there which can be a part of training, and looking those films, the content of those films, you can be better trained. On television also, there are certain programs which tell you about the manufacturing of different things, or how the things are being done in certain organizations, so they can be a good source of getting the training. Thank you.